Welcome back, everyone,
Hello, friends. Welcome back
to another episode.
of Chai and Golds.
Yeah,
And this time we are doing the amazing
quarterfinals.
European matches.
Yeah, review of quarterfinals.
Yeah, some of the best matches, some of the best. I
Some
wouldn't call
tightly
upset.
contested. Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't call particular upsets, but yeah, shocking result.
except
I
for one team which was supposed to give a tough run. The other teams, actually, the other matches were like bit tighter,
Yes,
Yep.
surprisingly.
yes, exactly. I mean,
I think except Arsenal versus Madrid, we were very close on the other predictions on
yep,
who were gonna go through.
Yeah,
yep.
let's start with the main match. Arsenal Madrid.
Arsenal winning 2-1 away at the Bernabeu.
Yeah, and
All
surprising thing was Arsenal winning
Shocking
3-0 at
at
Emirates.
home.
at home. Yep.
Yeah, so
Shocking. It was shocking. I mean, honestly, I was happy to see that they didn't park the bus.
yeah,
They were attacking at times, they were defending well. So hats off to that and credits to Arteta for doing that. Any
no
any
doubt.
other team, any other person would have just parked the bus after a 3-0 lead.
Yeah,
But really happy with that.
And to be honest, very, very disappointed with Real Madrid.
Hmm.
There was after losing the first game 3-0, right? There was a lot of talk about remontada.
yeah.
They were asking ChatGPT questions about how long 90 minutes is at Bernabeu, and ChatGPT was replying,
How to say we are winning or something in many languages, right?
"Yep,
Yep.
exactly, exactly." And then even Vinicius posting that we'll be there at 9 p.m. Rodrigo's
Hmm.
father saying that I've come to the Bernabeu early to pray, and there was
Hmm.
absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
And for some reason, Madrid don't have a proper striker, and they were just crossing the balls
crossing
in
the
the
ball.
box. They thought they had like Peter Crouch or someone in the box, and there was
They,
absolutely no one there.
I guess for them it was a reminiscence of last season where they had Joselu up front,
Yep.
who was
Yep.
heading in
Yep.
the
Yep.
goals for them, and then years back Benzema and Ronaldo and
Even
Ramos.
Rudiger was there, but he couldn't connect, and Arsenal were playing really well, and then they caught them on the break
Well,
eventually.
Arsenal's
Yep.
backline has been good this season, right?
Really
Like
good. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
even on attacking front and both defensive as well. Like the main duty is being defensive, good with defensive headers, and they have Saliba who's very good at it. They had Gabriel
Kiwior.
before losing him to
Yep.
injury. Now they have Jakub Kiwior, then they have Timber, Calafiori. So
Yep.
they have like and Declan Rice, not to forget.
Hmm.
So they have good physical presence now in their team, which was missing for quite some time at Arsenal. And not I forgot Merino, Mikel Merino.
Yep.
Yep.
So
Yep.
they have that sturdiness in the squad, the players who can be physical as well as play good football. Uh, and then they are chipping in like these players and not to forget Arsenal don't have a proper striker themselves. Like we've been
Correct.
Yep.
mentioning it time and again, they don't have a
Yep.
proper
Yep.
striker themselves. But in spite of that, they are having players pop up who can score and snatch crucial points for the team.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. I think overall their team has been really good. They're just missing that one piece, which can make them like the old Arsenal again, the champion one. But nonetheless, they're looking like a really good team. I know it's PSG next, so
Yep.
PSG are in terrific form, amazing team, pretty chill league. They can
They
probably
haven't.
even
They still
They
haven't
haven't
lost a
lost.
match in the
lost the
league.
match.
They
Yep, yep.
literally won on the
And
weekend as well.
and probably they can even ask for another day off between the matches.
Yep.
That's like pretty
But
normal for
They
them.
have
with
the league dragged. They have the league racked up, right? So even
yeah,
if they
Mm.
don't play their first team, if they field
Yep,
their youngsters, they wouldn't care.
even then they
yep,
would win easily.
Exactly.
yep,
Exactly.
yep.
But then looking back at Arsenal and Madrid, right? So there are news coming up. Ancelotti probably would announce his departure this weekend.
Mm.
Uh, I believe 26th
26 is when
after
they play
the
Barcelona.
final.
Yes.
Yeah, Copa
Yes.
Super
Yep,
Copa
yep.
final. And surprisingly, Jurgen Klopp's name has turned up to take over the mantle from
I mean,
uh,
he was
Ancelotti.
in even in past he was linked. Uh,
While with Liverpool,
yeah, or after Liverpool, or maybe while with Liverpool. Loken may know it better, but I feel that he was always thought to be, really good
So,
people's manager who can bring back,
so if you
but
can't defeat them, join them.
Join
join
them.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think Madrid gave the most amount of defeats to Jurgen Klopp, so that's why he's like, okay,
And then he'll have his pupil with him, right? We
Trent.
talked of
Yeah.
Trent
Yep.
being linked with
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Madrid. Yep.
Madrid, sorry, yeah.
Madrid, yeah.
So he'll have his pupil with him, star pupil. Uh, so let's see how it turns out. Mbappe joined Madrid with the hopes of winning the Champions League, and now PSG has qualified and Madrid are
Yeah.
out.
Exactly. Exactly. But it was like again, that was the main surprise. I think I had predicted that Inter might go through
Yeah,
Hmm.
and Bayern might crash out, and that is what happened. And Kane literally had a stinker in the first game,
he missed
missed
quite a
clear
few
cut
chances.
chances, and just showed that he like again he might be a very good finisher, but not a big game player.
Probably he's happy that he's winning one trophy at least.
Yep. And now the chances are even more because they won on the weekend and Leverkusen drew on
Leverkusen
the
top.
weekend.
True.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So, but yeah, Kane, as you mentioned, missed quite a lot of chances, and Inter played very well. Like
Yes.
over both the legs, they won the second. They drew the second leg 2-2. But crucially, they had won the first leg, which was away at
Away.
Allianz
Yep.
Arena. So
Yep.
that's a big deal. So both the matches were close if you look at the scoreline, but I'd say Inter were persevering through both the games, and they eventually came out at top. And as you predicted, they won the tie.
I kind of so the reason the second reason why I predicted right, Bayern's defense is Kinmin Jae and Upamecano, and they are not the best defenders.
Mm.
Yeah,
They have a lot of mistakes in them, and it shows, and that's what is happening with
and
this team.
then Eric Dier as well, not to forget.
Eric Dier as well. Yep. So and again this. So the thing is, Inter are playing Barcelona first at Camp Nou or the new stadium,
Mm,
and then they go away. There is a chance that Inter might reach the final. Again, not with Barcelona's current form, but
Mm.
no one had given like Inter a chance against Bayern as well, and they
yeah.
still did it. So you never
Yep.
know.
Yep.
Yep.
And defensively, of course, the Syria teams are really good, especially Inter. They are known for, like, or even in past, they are known for defense and their attack both. So
Yep.
I feel it will be a really good match
Inter are
Although they
fighting
lost.
on both the legs, right? They are
Yep.
fighting for the title as well. They are,
as well.
I
Yep.
believe, on tied on points with Napoli.
Yeah. After they lost the
They
match
lost the
yesterday.
match over the weekend, yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
And then they are fighting on European front. But yeah, they have a very good squad. Simone Inzaghi is a really good manager. I'm guessing there would be bigger teams also trying to snatch him.
Hmm.
There could be teams, if say Maresca departs, right? So
Yep.
Chelsea, there's a
Hmm.
chance, and there's probably Pep's role being vacant at Man City.
Hmm.
So he could be in demand if Inter makes it to final and wins the league.
True. True. The possibilities are endless there.
Yeah.
Yep. I think one of the best matches of this, the underdogs, Aston Villa, they
Mm,
were
Yep.
so close to taking that to extra time. Had
Yep.
Konza connected with Rashford's header,
yeah.
it would have gone to extra time. PSG,
Tremendous.
sorry,
Go ahead, go ahead.
PSG run off to a 2-0 lead. Then Tielemans scores, and then it was Konza. I think one was
Konsa.
Konza, and then there was one was
Magin.
Meg
McGinn. Yeah,
Megan. Yeah.
yeah. And Rashford was playing out of his skin in that day, in that
Yeah.
game.
Yep. Yep. For
Rashford
once.
was haunting PSG like his 20, like the season under Ole, where he got the job.
And
But
Asensio again just hit at Donnarumma. Had that gone, and
yeah.
it would have been 6-all on the day.
No, I'd say tremendous fighting spirit shown by Aston Villa. Like, in
Aston Villa.
spite
Yep.
of going down 2-0, they staged a tremendous comeback and they were close on many instances. The two which you mentioned, Asensio's shot and Konsa's shot after Rashford's header. So those two were really close. They gave it all their best. I was surprised the extra time was just 3 minutes
Yep,
after
Hmm.
having so many goals in the game.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
exactly, exactly.
Uh,
Surprising.
Surprisingly, but Rashford haunting PSG again, but luckily PSG escaping. One thing I couldn't understand on PSG was they could have parked the bus after leading 2-0. So there was no need for them to go out attacking. Like
Attacking.
they
Yep.
had a
Yep.
Yep.
comfortable three-goal lead, 3 goal, right?
Yep.
Or
It was 2-5. Yep.
2-5. Yeah. So they had three
Or
goal,
yeah, 2-6. Sorry, a
Two
4 goal lead
six. Yeah.
actually.
four
Four
five,
goal
four
lead. Yep.
five.
Yep.
Yep.
The overall score, yeah, four. They had 4 goal lead, so there was no need of going out and still playing attacking. You have the lead, you know you're away, so there is a chance that the home team can stage a comeback.
Yep.
Hmm.
So I did not understand why Luis
Point.
Enrique was insisting on playing attacking football. They were playing well in the first half, no doubt. But then if you're conceding a goal, just make sure then holding back. So they
Yep.
were not
Yep.
taking lessons from their own play style and they were continually attacking. So
Mm-hmm.
if they do that against Arsenal, that could haunt them.
Yep.
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 Yep. And then let me just check. So it's Arsenal first playing at home against
Mm.
PSG, and then it is PSG against Arsenal. The same how it happened with Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
So,
To be
but
honest, I won't write Arsenal off.
same here.
Yeah,
Same here.
after Madrid win, I think they're flying high on confidence. You know, anyone can win basically out of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think the one person who got fired at the match is the person who played the Europa League anthem there.
It was like
Uh,
it was probably a motivation for both Emery and Rashford, right? Rashford's been
Get ready,
successful playing
bro.
in, yeah. Emery like, okay, get your A game in. It's the Europa League being played.
I was like, how? How do you like mess up such a big occasion?
They
Uh,
And
probably had the UCL one like maybe somewhere in the inside folders, and this one like
my
right
guess is it was
above.
pretty intentional. Like Emery might have told, let's play. We need a big win here. Let's start off with the Europa League so that I get in my groove.
yep,
Good
that was
evening.
hilarious though.
Yep.
And
Yep.
then yeah, but again, and PSG were almost there. I think Enrique did mention to the press that that is the most control a team had against their team in this season for like
Mm-hmm.
30 minutes, and they were really scared of Aston Villa that time.
They were on the top A game, Aston Villa. Like
Yep,
all
Yep.
players
Yep.
had that energy to go in and look out for the winner. Unfortunately, I was hoping that they do, but narrowly missed out. And they are continuing the performances as well, right? They
correct.
in the
Mm.
league as well, they are doing well. They are within the grasp of Champions League spot, I believe, off by just two or
Two
three
points. Yep,
points.
2 points. Yep.
yep,
So, a really strong Aston Villa team put up by Emery now. Credit to him.
yep. And then the last game for the Champions League, Barcelona, Dortmund versus Barcelona. Again, almost a comeback,
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
similar to Aston Villa. A Gurasi hat trick for Dortmund, and actually a very bad performance by Barca. They were literally saved by Dortmund because they scored an own goal,
Yeah.
Yep.
but Barcelona did not play that match very well.
If
Yep.
you look at the
Um,
stats, Dortmund had 18 shots, out of which 11 were on
wow.
target, versus
Wow.
7
Wow.
shots by Barcelona and just 2 on target. And this is like Hansi Flick's Barcelona, not to forget, was free
Yep.
scoring and a
Yep,
scary front line of Yamal, Rafinha,
Lewandowski
and
and Rafinha.
Lewandowski.
One thing which Flick had changed during the game was he had changed the formation,
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
and it was pretty evident. Like I'd seen the lineup and the formation change was evident. And because they did that, they were literally getting killed by Dortmund. Even I think one of the goals was ruled out due to
Yep.
offside.
Yep. I
So
think they got one ruled out in the first leg as well. So
yep,
it
Yeah,
was like,
yep,
had it been a goal, like both the legs, it
it
would
could
have
have been
been
a
a
tight match.
really,
Like
it would
really
have been a
good comeback.
all
yep,
of us had predicted a rollover for Barcelona, like a very
Yeah.
easy match. And that was evident in the first game.
First, yeah,
yep,
exactly. It was like the stats were totally opposite. Like first leg Barca was like I think 18, 20 shots
yep,
with 12, 13 on target, and this was like totally opposite.
Yeah.
So
correct.
I think they were also pumped, because their league game is not really that good, and this was their only chance basically. But unfortunately,
I would actually think Inter would be a strong match for Barcelona. Like it's not,
Yes,
mm,
and I have a feeling that now Inter's made their way into semis. Loken, you also mentioned they have a very good shot at final. Barcelona are like kind of making late comebacks even in the league games. They are going
Yep.
behind and then they are
Hmm.
scampering towards the end and they are somehow managing to get a goal like at the very end. So it's a risky move against. It could be a risky move against Inter.
And remember, the same format happened. Barcelona played Inter, and then this is the other way around. So
Mm,
Inter had played Barcelona, they had won 3-1, and then
yeah,
Barcelona had won 1-0 during Mourinho
Mourinho running
Hmm.
down the pitch.
running down the pitch exactly, and Sergio Busquets getting an Oscar for
Yeah.
like the
Oh.
greatest performance ever. So
Like even after 10, 12 years, you get those memes, man.
yep.
Like evergreen.
And I was it in the same match that no, I believe this was during Mourinho's time at Madrid that he had poked Tuto
Yes,
Villanova's eyes,
in the eye. Yep, yep.
but it
That
was
was, I think, that was the next season when he
yeah,
had
he
joined
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 Madrid.
Madrid. Yep,
Fiery times.
yep. And then I think that is for the Champions League.
Champions League.
20th and 29th, 30th is when
Mhm.
the
Hmm.
next legs are, and then 6th and 7th is when we'll come to know who the finalists are for the
Finalist.
Final stuff. Yep,
Champions League.
yep.
Yep.
What are your predictions now?
Uh,
I know we'll be making a video, but just like a quick, just a team name. That's it, without further analysis.
Arsenal versus Barcelona.
Amir,
I think PSG, Barca. I'll still go with that.
I'll go for Inter versus Arsenal.
Hmm,
Wow.
interesting.
Man,
So
imagine Arsenal winning it. It will be like terrible, terrible for next 200 years.
yeah, they might have like fossils, like one, like they literally might have fossils. And then what Amaya spread it red, right? Barcelona versus PSC. That would be dubbed as a Dembele final.
Oh
Oh
man,
yes,
seriously. Yep, yep.
Yep. So it will be interesting for sure.
all of us have predicted different outcomes for
Yep, yep.
different finalists.
Yep. And then I think coming to the Europa League, one of the best matches ever in the
Ah.
Ever.
Europa
Yep,
League.
yep.
Yep.
Amazing.
I'm
Like,
talking
I
about
mean,
Spurs versus Frankfurt.
oh, I thought you were talking about Athletic
I'm
Bilbao.
just no. No, I'm talking
Oh,
about
they're
one of the
next.
best. Yep.
it
So,
that match, oh,
roller coaster, man. Like,
roller coaster. Yeah, 2 goals up first half, and then suddenly United being United of this season,
yep, just giving away like free
giving away
candies.
goals, and then in spite of Lyon having a red card, a player sent off in the regular time, the match goes into extra time where Lyon again take a 2 goal lead. Lacazette and was it Ryan Cherky?
Yep.
Yep,
Cherky, yes.
Cherokee.
So both of them scoring with just 5 minutes to go. Like Leon taking
Yep.
4-2 lead in the game, and with 5 minutes to go, 2 goals down, United managed to pull 3 goals.
Oh man,
Yep. That was top of
amazing,
something else. Yep.
amazing. I mean,
Unfortunately, like my TV was my stream was lagging a little bit, so I was getting updates from you guys.
I'm sorry, guys. I control myself so much during the Menu goal and
Maguire.
the winner, Maguire one. I control myself. I was like, for 2 seconds, I was thinking, should I post or no? Because,
I'd
nah,
literally
like,
given up hopes to be honest.
screw
Like
it.
I had friends over at my place. I was making tea for them. Like I'm like it's
Oh,
105 minutes. We are trailing by 2 goals. No way we can make a comeback. Like I'll rather make tea. I'll have
bro.
like
Call
that'll
call
be.
friends over again and make tea again. Okay? 1st May and 8th May. But
I had literally given up all hopes. Like
yeah, yeah.
no
I
way
mean,
we could stage a two
honestly,
goal
like people
comeback.
had left stadiums. People as like my friends who were watching, they turned off the TV. Even I was like, I took my kid out. I was like, let's not, watch at all. Let's spend some quality time with him.
I think that
Possibly the saving grace for Ruben Amorim.
that one
Yeah,
kid literally changed the whole
Yeah,
destiny of the club. The one crying kid who
yeah,
who
yeah.
isn't crying
Oh
anymore.
man.
the he would have cried after the weekend's game though.
True.
There was a video I believe which we shared within ourselves, like the roar that you could hear from the stadium.
Yep.
It was audible like
Yep,
for
yep,
miles.
Yep.
yep, 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 yep,
And this was at like 11 in the night,
11
so
in the night.
even when it is more quieter.
yep,
So
yep,
yeah,
yep.
So the stadium erupted, fans erupted.
I actually have a question for you both. Do you, and then these are two-part question. First, do you think that was a second yellow? The
No, honestly not.
It
Honestly, it
was
was
very
like
soft.
very soft.
hmm,
He almost tripped on his own legs.
correct.
There was a contact.
Hmm,
And like honestly, s- could have been just a warning instead of a yellow, because
hmm,
there was a contact. It was harmless contact though. It was just, they were just running. But nonetheless, he was never close to the ball, just close to his
hmm,
feet. That that could have been the decision of the referee that he went, because he was nowhere close to the ball.
hmm.
But yeah, it was very soft.
I actually think if it was not a second yellow, right? If they had been on 11 men, I think that match could have gone to penalties.
Yep. Or maybe
Leo
even lost. Like Man United could have lost. Could have been
could
anything.
be, could be. But I kind of feel that Lyon would have just played it within themselves and not have
Hmm.
gone ahead. Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's what I was thinking. Like, is that really a yellow card?
no, it was
I
very
thought it
soft.
was just a very soft yellow card, to be
Yep.
honest.
Yep.
But in spite of being like a man down, Leon managed to score 2 goals against us.
I mean, it's
Yep.
it's good to see. Sometimes referee decisions go your way, so it's good to see that. Usually, we
Ab-
are on the receiving end.
Especially
Casemiro would have
when
got a red for
yeah,
that.
Casemiro is very
he had a brilliant game. Like looking
Oh,
at the players,
amazing,
yes.
amazing.
Casemiro had a
Yep.
brilliant game.
He
Yep.
literally
Yep.
fell when the game was over. Like he was
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
happy.
And like
Yep.
he,
people on X or like Twitter were saying that that guy has won like five Champions League and he's you know falling on the ground for this win. So it's crazy though. The
And
but
then
he's
passion.
when
passionate, right? That's his
Yeah,
passion.
yeah.
Like
yep.
be
Passion,
whichever
exactly.
which competition, he knows that a team is struggling domestically. But
And he knows like what it is, this win,
yeah,
what it meant for a season, for
this
fans,
is
for the
probably the
team.
only saving grace, and like this competition is the only saving grace for
I feel
United.
the main saving grace is we are not getting relegated now mathematically. So finally.
Thank
Finally.
you, Leicester. Thank you, Wolves, for
Yeah,
like getting all the wins in between.
yeah, yeah.
And
But
then when is the next match? I'm just trying to.
Just
Oh,
the
it's
day
first of
after,
May.
first
yeah,
first
first of
May
May,
and
First May.
8th May, I think,
8th
yeah.
May.
So it's gonna be Atletico Bilbao against United
S-
and it's
Second leg,
Bondo Glint against
Leon,
First,
Leon.
Spurs,
yeah.
No,
Spurs, Spurs,
Spurs. Yeah.
Spurs. So the
Man,
first leg, I believe, Spurs is playing at home, right? Or they are
at
playing
home,
away.
yeah.
Hmm.
Spurs home. First leg is Spurs home.
Hmm.
But man, we had to get a Spanish team
Yep. Again.
again.
Even in
I
the
mean, we
season
played
where we won
Sociedad.
Europa,
Yep.
like we
Yeah.
have been getting Spanish teams week in, week out. Like
Yep, yep,
we
yep.
faced
And we
Sociedad
have
quite a
never
few times.
been good with them, like
Yeah,
against them. We won against Sociedad, but Bilbao is really playing really well as well. Uh, you know,
Yeah. Bilbao just has those two dangerous wingers. Both Williams are on that team.
yep,
yeah.
yep, yep.
Yep.
Possibly Nico William could be injured.
Hmm.
There's a chance Nico William could be injured
Hmm.
for the
Oh,
game.
that's good.
And then they have who do they have? I don't think so. They have like a known striker.
Sanket,
Sanchez, Sanchez.
Sanchez,
Sanket. Yeah.
Ohan
Oihan,
Sanket, the
Oihan
Hmm.
Spanish
Sanchez.
guy in here.
Yeah. Then Nico and who's the other
Iñaki,
Williams in there?
Iñaki.
Iñaki. Yeah.
Inaki and
Yeah.
Nico.
So
Yeah.
They
Nico
they are
Williams,
running
I believe.
rampage
Yeah,
on their wings.
and they have a good manager too, Valverde.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
They they, they
and
just lost against Madrid on the weekend.
yeah,
No.
but I still feel United could have a chance here. Like the way this season's been turning out, United, all the like everything, like next season's transfer windows, the players that Amorim would want to get in, it
Yep.
all hinges on these 2 games or
Yep.
2 or 3 games if we
Three
progress.
games. Yep.
Correct.
But
True.
otherwise, we might hardly get any budget in the next window, and that will be troublesome
And
for
then probably the players who are already there, they have been told that you're out. So there will
Hmm.
be
yeah.
hardly anyone willing to even play for the team.
I
But
was impressed by the youngsters yesterday, like the Fredrickson, who played
mhm.
against Wolves, the center back.
Hmm.
He had a very good game, and Amas also was looking very good at left wing
Moss.
back.
Yep,
Hmm.
yep.
Got it. And then,
I think we'll be relying more on the academic grads next season.
yep, possible if the Champions League doesn't come through.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, yep.
Yep. And then the other, what I say, the other match which was there, which was the big one, was Spurs against
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
Frankfurt, yep.
And Spurs literally scraped that match with a penalty, 1-0. And it was a very, very dubious penalty, in my opinion. Like, you could, it was the same one. Like, Onana was not given the first one against
Yeah,
Wolves. It was
Mm-hmm.
like almost a carbon copy. Madison was taken out by the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been given, could not have been given, but was given, and then Solanke converts, and Frankfurt were not able to come back. So
both United and Spurs having terrible, terrible seasons,
it
and
could happen that
English
Arsenal win the
fans
Champions League and Spurs wins the Europa.
Imagine Liverpool winning the
title.
title, City winning the FA Cup, Arsenal Champions League, Chelsea UECL.
Europa
Champions.
Oh man,
or
that would be like
conference, and
Yeah.
conference
Spurs
league.
winning the
Spurs win, yeah.
Europa.
I'll have to probably go underground, man, for the next 20 years. No
And
more
But
then
Cheyenne
yeah, like you
Rose.
mentioned, right? All English teams in contention for at least
Winning
one
something,
trophy.
one trophy. Yep,
one
yep, the
trophy.
big ones.
And then the comedy part is, in case Arsenal wins the Champions League, Spurs win Europa, and then in the Super Copa, huh, like it'll be the first Super Copa where both teams could lose. Like, it's like Darwin Nunes against Andre Onana. Oh
Oh
But
man.
man.
and again,
But
Chelsea, like you have, and don't forget, Newcastle won the Carabao Cup as well.
Carabao
So
Cup,
Yep.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yep. And then Chelsea actually lost against what is
Warsaw,
it?
Legia Warsaw.
Legia
Yep.
Warsaw,
Yeah,
1-2 at home. And I think Cole Palmer's. I'm just not sure if Cole Palmer might get dropped soon.
he could. He is not having like a
He's
good
having
second half.
last, yeah, couple of games. I think he had like
Not couple, like
stinker.
it's been since January that he's had actually a good game,
Hmm.
and that's taken a toll on entire Chelsea team.
Yes. Exactly. Exactly. Like Jackson is not firing. Everyone else is not firing.
Mm.
Sancho is just having a stinker of a season. The
Yeah.
only good thing, I think Pedro Neto is in decent form right now. That's the only
Mm,
player who's making an impact at Chelsea right now.
yeah,
And
yeah.
Cucurella probably.
Yeah, Kukureya has been on amongst the goals.
Yeah,
Like,
he's been
Yeah.
among the goal scorers.
yeah,
And luckily, Chelsea have kind of an easier fixture in Conference League in the semis. Djurgården.
Hmm.
what garden?
Djurgården.
But probably they will face the GOAT in the final.
Yep,
Either of United goals, either
Yeah.
Anthony or
Anthony.
David De Gea.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
But
pretty sure.
the Chelsea lost meant that United are the only unbeaten team
Mm.
in Europe.
I'm pretty sure Chelsea lost before this as well.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, I
Okay.
think Chelsea had lost to Severett or someone
Yeah,
in
they
in the
lost one game in the Conference League so far.
yep,
United is the only team which is undefeated in the European
Right.
stage
Yeah,
this
yeah,
yep,
season.
yeah.
yep.
I was just looking at Djurgården team, and there's one player whom I recognize out of all the entire team. Albin Ekdal. Like I've seen him when I used to play Football Manager,
Hmm,
and then I've even seen him in FIFA as well. He like somehow I believe it was FIFA 20 or something. United
hmm,
would always end up buying him in the career mode.
hmm,
Hmm.
He was there at Sampdoria in Italian league, so that's why, and then Hamburger before that. So
hmm.
I do happen to recognize one name at least.
Interesting. So let's see if everyone just wins like all English clubs win like
On
one
the
thing or the
European
other.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If
So
that
actually,
happens, they just
I'm looking. Chelsea never lost a match, not even a draw in their league. Like
But
the
they lost sometime
in
in
the
your
group stage.
group stage. No, not in the
no, they
group stage,
didn't.
but probably
Uh,
in the other
They won all six
matches.
of them.
Eight.
Did
There would be eight
they?
matches, right?
No, six matches.
Really? Eight matches. Wait.
No, three home, three away.
Oh, they only had 6 matches. Okay.
Yeah, they only had 6 matches and they had won. I remember this stat, but I don't know about the
Let's check. So, Chelsea, right?
who did they play before? I think it was
Copenhagen, then Legia
Copenhagen. Yeah.
Warsaw.
Hmm. So
They
they had won
lost. They won both the matches. Then
both the matches.
Legia
Yeah.
Warsaw, yeah, they lost at Legia.
They
They
lost at
lost this match,
Ledger.
right? So
Yeah, yeah. So I
United is
think
currently the
yeah,
only unbeaten.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Interesting. But yeah, let's see how that goes. Who wins what? My my prediction for Champions League is Barcelona,
Hmm.
but let's see. I wouldn't be surprised if there is a new winner to that because Arsenal and PSG haven't won it, so
Hmm.
they could win
Yeah.
it. Champ for Europa, my prediction is United, and then for the UCL, I don't think so. Chelsea are going to win it. They might bottle it somewhere.
My
I'm
Champions League predictions Inter Milan,
interesting.
the dark horses.
The dark horses, indeed. What
And
about
then
Europa, Sushant?
Europa, I don't want to jinx it.
You don't want to be the Troy.
Yeah. I'll go for Athletic Bilbao.
Hmm,
Yep, yep. But yeah, I feel PSG. This is their
hmm,
season. They came close once against Bayern, but they lost it. This time they know there's no Real Madrid. There's
hmm.
no Bayern now. Barcelona is technically it's theirs to lose basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
They just have to overcome this Arsenal hurdle. But and then Europa again. I still think United won't win it because we just don't have it. Even if we somehow defeat a Spanish team, I still feel that Spurs will win it.
Spurs.
You're saying to
Spurs,
jinx it,
yeah.
right?
I'm
Yes and
pretty
no,
sure
but I,
he
I
is.
really I yes and no. I really want United to win, of course, but then like I've always been saying, I don't think so. We have that team who will, who can go that extra mile. We need some kind of luck. That luck came as a second yellow. Eh, maybe we'll need a penalty or some ref decisions going our way. But
Mhm.
I think
I still think,
the best luck right now is you're playing your second legs consistently at Old Trafford. You
hmm,
played against Sociedad, you played against Lyon, same against Atletico
yep,
Bilbao.
yep, yep.
Let's see.
Let's see.
Let's see how it goes.
Let's
Yeah.
see how it
But
goes.
thank you so much for watching and an
Do
interesting
let us know
week.
your thoughts as well. Would
And
you
your
think?
predictions as well. Who do
Yeah.
you think
Uh,
wins the Champions League, the Europa League, and the Conference
and
League?
why PSG? But yeah,
Okay. See you
Arsenal
guys soon.
fans, I really want to hear like what are your thoughts after Real Madrid win, I mean, winning
Real
against Real
Madrid
Madrid.
demolition.
Yeah, yeah,
Rice.
demolition is the right
They
one.
rice cooked that week in.
Rice, baby.
Okay. See you
All right,
guys
man.
soon. We'll
Bye,
come back
guys.
with our review of Game Week 33 Premier League.
Yes.
And yeah, let's see you on Thursday.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Bye.